Hey Mary, this is a Meyer spruce tree here, and I'm going to show you how we prune a spruce tree. And this is one of the clippers. It's like a two-phase process. This is a clipper, very lightweight, very easy to use. And what we do, Mary, is I'm going to prune these growths over here on the sides so they aren't competing with this top over here. So they're about half the length of the top, and then I'm going to prune that top up there just a little bit. So that'll make this tree more dense, is what that will do, Mary. And the second phase, we use these machetes here. 16-inch blade, very sharp. So I'm wearing goggles, you know, and I'm going to be going like this. You see? Pruning a little bit of that new growth right there. And I want to hit you, go around the tree, just nipping that edge a little bit, and that makes the tree denser. That's it.
This is a spruce. How do you prune a pine tree?
Well, I'll go show you, Mary. And Mary, this is a white pine. We did the spruce before. So the white pine is done very similar to the spruce, but a little bit different. You notice how this one is like trying to grow a lot of tops up there, right? So it's very similar, but I'm going to cut those back up there with this clipper like that. So they're about half the length, and then I want this, I've got it, my clipper marked, I want that about a 15-inch leader up there so that I get at least 15 inches of new growth up there each year on this tree. Gets me up higher. You can see this white pine is quite a bit taller than that spruce too. So the white pine grow faster than the spruce. Same age, but they grow faster. So then, again, you might want to step back a little bit, Mary. So I'm gonna take this clipper, this machete here, and go like that to this tree and just lightly dense it up just a little bit so it's more thick for the homeowner or for wherever it's going. If you didn't do this to the tree, you would look right through it because these trees grow about 2 feet a year. So white pine grows pretty fast. You can see in here, that's how much we let it grow the year before, and we let it grow the year before in there that much. So if you didn't do that, this would have probably grown to here, and then that would have grown to here, and we'd already be up there at 9 feet tall right now.
Do you have to worry about winter burn at all on the trees?
A little bit. It has to do with, on white pine, it has to do with seed source. You know, as far as the hardiness, coming from Minnesota, Wisconsin, or Michigan seed source versus Tennessee or Georgia or someplace like that, where white pine naturally grows there too. So there's a difference there. And then, like, I'll maybe show you these Siberian fir that we have behind you, Mary, that Minnesota is kind of like Siberia, you know, sometimes. That is one of our hardiest trees. Foolproof, no matter what winter comes along.
This is great, but can we see how you do a topiary tree?
Yeah, I can show you that, Mary. We've done the spruce. I've showed you how to prune the pine. Now I'll show you how to prune your favorite tree, the topiary tree. How's that sound?
Sounds great.
So every year before the 4th of July, you have to prune this tree. Otherwise it won't look like that. Right now you're seeing it with the new growth on. So what I'm going to do is start cutting this new growth, and it looks like I'm cutting almost all of it off, right? And I almost am. I'm allowing about a 1/2 inch to 1 inch of new growth on this tree here on this pad of foliage. Okay, and these are drooping. You don't want droopers. So we're cutting those off down there. These branches that are pointing down underneath. You want a nice level line here. That's how topiary trees in the Japanese style, like a bonsai tree, would be designed. So they want a nice fine line on the bottom. Everything's tight, everything's together like that. And go here, go here. I would need a ladder to probably go up higher, but all this growth that you're seeing here would get clipped off and be pruned back. This is probably the 20th year that this tree has been pruned, okay? To look like what you're seeing here. So it's not, the tree did not look like this even 10 years ago. It takes a long time to develop this big a pad of foliage on the tree.
How old are the trees when you start to shape them?
This tree was probably about 15 years old when we started doing this to it.
How do you get the branches to go out so nicely?
We cut all that stuff off. So this was like a Scotch pine Christmas tree at one point in time. And this is what we turned it into.
How long does it take you to prune one tree?
This tree will probably take a person 20 minutes. Somebody that's really moving this fast, could do it quicker. You know what I'm saying? And you can't do it with motorized. You can't make all this with a hedge trimmer. You got to have a clipper like this.
What happens if you prune back too far?
It doesn't hurt the tree. I mean, I could shave this down more and make it tighter. You see what I'm doing? Right there. I just made it tighter. Now, what happens if you don't prune it, right? Big question. You got a weird looking bush in a couple of years. If you don't prune it, you got 1 or 2 years of missing pruning, because look at how much this growth is up here right now. What I'm pruning here is this year's growth. Imagine what this would look like 2 years from now. Would look like, So topiary tree is of a style that we're doing is like a bonsai tree, only way bigger. Topiary trees is the term for man-manipulated tree.